everyone. Welcome to our Accounting 101 course. Today we're going to talk about debits and credits. And debits and credits is one of the other primary concepts that you have to understand in accounting in order to understand how it works, record transactions. So you need to make sure that you have a concept of the accounting equation and the different types of accounts that are in the accounting equation, along with that transaction analysis exercise that we did, where we went through all of those different examples and said, okay, well, if we, for example, put money into the business as an owner, cash is going to increase and owner's contributions increases, right? We're going to build on that for this lesson. So if you haven't seen those, go ahead and go back and watch them, and then we're going to build on that. So as a reminder, this is your accounting equation. Assets equals liabilities plus owner's equity. This is always, always, always true. Remember, owner's equity is composed of a couple of different types of accounts, owner's contributions, and then we will close the temporary accounts, revenue, expenses, and owner's distributions into owner's equity. So in reality, we have this expanded accounting equation. One of the other things that is always true in accounting is debits always equal credits, okay? So this is always true. Debits always equal credits. And our expanded accounting equation is always true. Our expanded accounting equation is assets equals liabilities plus owner's contributions plus revenue minus expenses minus owner's distributions. And remember, these are all different types of accounts. So we have asset accounts, liability accounts, owner's contributions and owner's distributions fall under owner's equity. And then we have revenue accounts and expense accounts. Now, if we go back to algebra, and we were to take the negative items on the right-hand side of the equation, and we move them over to the left-hand side where we have assets, you end up with an expanded accounting equation that says assets plus expenses plus owner's draw or distributions equals revenue plus owner's contributions plus liabilities. Okay, so everything's positive on the left side and the right side. This is going to help you understand debits and credits. So let me go through what debits and credits are, and then I'm going to give you a helpful chart to help you memorize this. So when it comes to debits and credits, I want you to throw out the idea that like when you use a debit card and you debit an account, you decrease the balance. And when your account gets credited for like a refund or something, it increases. In accounting, we have accounts that have a normal debit balance, and we have accounts with a normal credit balance. Our accounts with a normal debit balance are increased with debits and decreased with credits. Our accounts with a normal credit balance are increased with credits and decreased with debits. So if you have a normal debit account with a normal debit balance in that account, you increase it with a debit. If you have a normal credit account, you increase it with a credit. Now, I expanded this accounting equation because assets plus expenses plus owner's draws, these all have normal debit balances. Revenue, owner's contributions, and liabilities, these all have normal credit balances. What that means is to increase an asset, you debit it. To decrease an asset, you credit it, okay? To increase revenue, you credit it. And to decrease revenue, you debit. So when we record these transactions, each transaction, when we enter it into the accounting system, debits must equal credits, and the accounting equation must always balance, okay? So debits must always equal credits, and the accounting equation must always balance. This is a chart to help you. So we have debits and credits. The accounts on these sides are accounts with a normal debit balance, and these accounts are increased with debits. The accounts on the right side are accounts with a normal credit balance, and they are increased with credits. So debits, accounts with a normal debit balance where you increase them with debits, assets, expenses, and owner's draws. Accounts with a normal credit balance that you increase with the credit are liabilities, owner's equity or contributions, and revenue. So I know that's kind of confusing. Let's dive into some examples. I'm going to go through the same transactions that we looked at before. Okay, I've just added whether or not we debit or credit these. So an owner contributes $5,000 to the business. Remember, we want to make sure that our accounting equation remains the same. It balances, right? So we're going to increase cash, which is an asset, and we're going to increase this owner's contribution, which lives under owner's equity. Our $5,000 increase in cash, well, this is a debit because an asset has a normal debit balance, and owner's equity or contributions has a normal credit balance. So in order to increase it, we're going to credit it. Our debits and our credits balance, and we've added $5,000 to each side of the accounting equation. Our accounting equation still balances. An owner met with a new customer and discussed a potential contract. Remember, nothing here has changed. So just like we don't change anything against these accounts, we are not going to change anything. We're not going to debit or credit anything. The owner provides $10,000 worth of services to the customer, and the customer pays right away. So remember, the customer's paying right away. Our cash is going to increase. That's an asset. And our revenue is going to increase. Revenue falls, it increases owner's equity. Our cash as an asset has a normal debit balance. So since we're increasing it, we're going to debit it right here. And our revenue has a normal credit balance, right? We are going to increase it with a $10,000. So right here. So debits equal credits. There's no positive or negatives under here, so it's not like we're going to say, oh, we're going to plus $10,000 under the credit. We're just crediting that account, okay? Now, owner pays $2,000 to an employee. Payroll is an expense. Payroll expense is an expense account. And remember, our expense account has a normal debit balance. So we are increasing it, we are going to debit it. Cash is an asset. An asset has a normal debit balance, but we are decreasing it, which means we are going to credit cash. So we're going to have a $2,000 debit and a $2,000 credit. The company pays $5,000 for inventory. Now remember, inventory is an asset account. We're going to increase it, which means we're going to debit, okay? And then we have cash, which is an asset, but we're decreasing cash. And because assets have a normal debit balance and we need to decrease it, we are going to credit the asset, okay? The customer picks up $3,000 worth of inventory and agrees to pay $9,500 for it. So remember, we're going to increase accounts receivable. This is an asset. Assets have a normal debit balance, so we have our $9,500 debit. We're going to increase revenue. Remember, revenue has a normal credit balance. Because we're increasing it, we are going to credit it. We are going to increase cost of goods sold, which is an expense. So we're going to debit it because expenses have a normal debit balance. And then we are going to decrease inventory. Now, inventory is an asset, and assets have a normal debit balance, but we're decreasing it, which means we are going to credit it. Customer pays $9,500 on the receivables. Okay, so we've received cash, and cash is an asset, right? We are increasing cash, so we're going to debit it right here. And then we have this $9,500 accounts receivable. Accounts receivable is also an asset, but we're decreasing it, so we want to credit the account. The company purchases $6,500 in inventory on credit. So we're increasing our inventory. Inventory is an asset account, so we're going to debit it to increase it. So we have our debit over here. And then we are going to increase our accounts payable account. Accounts payable is a liability. Liabilities have a normal credit balance. We are increasing that liability account, so we're going to credit it. The owner withdraws $3,000 in cash. We are going to increase our owner's drawings.
So remember, owner's drawings has a normal debit balance right here. We are going to increase it, so we are going to debit the account for $3,000. And then cash is an asset. It has a normal debit balance, but we're decreasing it, so we are going to credit it. So our debits always equal our credits. Now, I know I went through those examples fairly quickly. Once we get the debits and the credits down, we are going to go through a whole slew of examples, and we're going to walk through like a real life activity with a small business. So we're going to get a lot of practice recording these items, both manually and charts like this, and then I'm also going to show you how that translates to bookkeeping software. So don't worry about, making sure that you're 100% comfortable with this. I get it's a foreign concept. The debits and the credits topic is something that a lot of people struggle with. If you are taking an accounting class, like in college or something along those lines, and you need to be able to remember the debit and the credit process for a test, what I would highly, highly recommend doing, I did this when I was in college. I expanded the accounting equation at the top of my test, and I moved assets, expenses, and owner's draws all the way over to the left-hand side, and then I would put liabilities, owner's contributions, and revenue. So I'd literally write out the expanded accounting equation. I'd make everything positive, I'd put a line through it, and I would put debit on one side and credit on the other. So I knew everything under the debit column was increased with the debit, everything under the credit column was increased with the credit. If you just write that out, every test that you have, every assignment, soon you will memorize it. It's literally just something that you have to memorize, unfortunately. So in the next class, we're gonna go ahead and take a little bit of a deep dive into account transactions and debits and credits and how everything works. And then we'll get into a real life example on recording these transactions, and we'll go from there.